Hello, everyone, and welcome to the March 12th edition of Wine is the New Tea. Hey, y'all. I am joined here today with Avante Wright and DJ Jordan.
Yay.
Everybody say hi.
Hi
How y'all?
everybody. Hi.
All
How
right.
y'all doing today?
We good. We good. How you doing, Ashley? We are
I'm
about to
doing,
get into
I
some
am
wine though. I'm
doing.
ready.
Oh, yes, honey. We're going to have a good time. We got some good energy going on between us already.
Yes.
Okay, so we are watching Wine is the New Tea. You can catch us on Unwind with Tasha K's channel on all streaming platforms every Tuesday and Thursday, 12 p.m. Eastern Time, 9 a.m. Pacific. And we're just going to get into some topics and have fun. So on the docket today, we're going to talk about Tasha K. You know, she's on tour. She just hit her second stop, which was Atlanta. And let me tell you, baby girl, sold out back-to-back shows. Everybody give it up for Tasha K.
Yeah.
Back-to-back shows, honey. Not only am I a comedian, I'm a comedy analyst. And with that being said, Tasha playing Uptown Comedy Corner, she literally sold out just as much seat for seat as the Laugh Factory in Hollywood. So whenever you get out here, we ready for you, Tasha. Okay, guys. So from my understanding, DJ Jordan, you was there. You want to tell us about it?
I was definitely there, and it was a phenomenal show. Shout out to Tasha and the whole team that put it together. I knew when I pulled up, I saw a line half the length of the building. I was like, damn, this is gonna be crazy. People were waiting to get in, and I got there a little after 9 o'clock, and people were still trying to get in. I wound up sitting in like the very back, the very last row, and I wasn't disappointed at all. You know what I mean? They had a couple other acts before she came out, and they played the theme music. People started standing up. You know what I'm saying? Turning up the wine, the liquor, you know what I
I was
mean?
watching her live, and the
It was
chills, the
a phenomenal
electricity,
show.
it
People
came
laughed.
over my body.
Yes, people laughed literally from the time she got on the stage to the time she got off. I mean, it was nonstop. She was definitely doing her thing that night.
Wait, I'm confused. I'm really confused. Ashley,
Yeah.
DJ, did we think that she wasn't gonna sell it out though? Like, of course she sold it out. Tasha is the most funniest
Absolutely.
creator that I know, and I know a lot of them. So I knew she was gonna sell out. Like it's not even a shocker for me. So I knew she was gonna tear it up.
You
Pound for
know, they
pound,
knew
bar for
she was going
bar.
to sell out that first one, but it was that second one that I went to, and like I said, it was phenomenal. It really was. I think the second one selling out was a surprise to everybody. They knew they were going to sell out the first one, but when they sold out the second one, it was like, oh damn, not yeah, we on to something for real, for real.
Nah, she would have sold out the fifth one.
And
Okay.
not only did she sell out and do those shows flawlessly and seamlessly, one of those shows was her actual birthday. My girl is hustler of the year. She
Happy
worked on her birthday.
birthday.
Everybody say happy birthday to Tasha.
Happy
Happy
birthday.
belated
Happy
birthday,
birthday,
Tasha. You
Tasha.
did
We
the
really
thing
wish
for
you
sure.
enjoyed your day.
Yes,
And
we do.
her next performance is going to be in Baltimore. So
Yes.
I'm gonna give you some more details about that going into the break, but y'all make sure y'all catch her out in Baltimore, Maryland, okay?
Okay. Don't get left because she is definitely a good time.
Yes, she is. And I don't think there's one fan base that's more loyal than those winos, honey. I think pound for pound, bar for bar, they coming for the beehive, baby. They gonna
Because we
they gonna
tipsy.
pull up and they gonna show up for Miss Tasha K, baby.
Because we tipsy. That's why.
I love that. I love that. Okay, so next on the docket, we need to discuss. Okay, you got to choose your words wisely because last time I was on with my good girlfriend Nyla, she used the words immigrants and they ate her up alive. So I'm
Wait.
gonna say, I'm gonna say people from out the country. Okay, and once I did my research, I found out right now it's more Chinese migrants than anybody entering through the border in Mexico. And guess how they are getting the put on tips to find this entrance?
How?
TikTok. TikTok. What are
Yeah.
your thoughts about this,
Listen.
DJ Jordan?
The whole TikTok thing in its relation to China, I think everybody knows that, you know what I mean, in terms of TikTok actually being kind of owned by the Chinese government. And because there were some conversations a few years ago about the Chinese government using it as a tool to kind of spy on Americans, invade privacy,
Yeah.
get information in regards to popular American culture and stuff like that. So I could understand why now politicians are, having conversations around banning it as a result of all of the migrants of Chinese descent, you know what I mean, coming across that border. It kind of makes sense, y'all.
It does. Well, listen, I think it's smart. I mean, what was it? Diamond, Lisa Ray in Players Club. You got to use what you got to get what you want. So they got TikTok and they wanted to get across the border. So that's what they use. Listen, I don't think that banning TikTok is going to stop the Chinese immigrants from crossing the border, though, or the Chinese illegals from crossing the border. At one point, I was about to identify, is that the name? Identify as an illegal, because from what I hear, the government is giving them so much
money. They're getting all kind of shit.
$20,000 here, they're getting mortgages, they're getting so much. So I was about to identify as an illegal. So I don't think it's that they don't want them to come over. I just think that they don't like that they don't control TikTok.
Exactly.
And that's what I think it is.
Yeah, as far as being, a communist nation, they just don't encourage free thinking. But you know me, I'm really, once I find out something going on, because I was watching the footage and I was really fascinated by this. First of all, I seen footage of people that are legitimately from Mexico trying to climb over the 20-foot wall, which is not a lot if you think about it. 20 feet not gonna stop me from getting to what I feel like is a better life, right? And so I'm watching the Mexican people climb up the wall and then they go back into Mexico because it's too shysty. And at the same time, I'm watching video footage of Chinese migrants. They're all in very nice clothes and they literally are just coming through the door. Okay, with their suitcases. And the shade of it all is they have the directions on TikTok and the Chinese people are sharing it with each other, but they not letting any other cultures and races get the plan, get the directions. So I found it funny.
If you gonna go to a new country, you better come suited and booted. They know what they're doing. They said, listen, we on to something here.
So the better dress you are, the easier the access is into the United States. That's what you're saying?
Is that, I mean, listen.
So
not only are they entering into the United States, but they entering in through California. You know how pretentious we are here. So, Avante, not since you live in California, because I'm gonna ask DJ Jordan too. Let's play a quick little game.
Okay.
Let's think about if we weren't from here, but we were trying to cross over to the country. Let's play a game of what I asked for versus what I got. Immigrant edition. Okay. So Avante, can you give me one thing? Can you give me one thing that you think people are not from here are imagining about America, and when they get here, what are they finding out? What are their realities?
Well, first of all, the American dream now is living on the streets because the majority of people right now is homeless. So I think what they think they're getting is this glamour, this dream, this easy way of living. And what they really getting is shiesty, like you said. So I don't know. I mean, it might be, I've been to Mexico. It's beautiful over there too. So I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't bought it. DJ Jordan, what do you think are some things that, people from other countries that want to come here are assuming they're going to have, and what's their reality? What are you thinking?
I think they're coming over here with the vision of the better life. You know what I mean? But I do see this is creating a wave of Mexican scammers. You know what I mean? Because those folks seem to be right to be taken advantage of. You know what I mean? They're getting all this free money from the government. They really don't know their way around. They don't know the culture of America. And it seems like, people from their own ethnic group, that have been here a while and kind of acclimated would be definitely taking advantage of them, just taking the money and running.
As somebody who's been to, I'm blessed to say I've been to over 36 countries, whatever. 37, 30, one time I got a little turned up, long track. I was like, oh shit, I was there. That's a good time. But, I must say that here, I heard you say something about Mexican scammers. I'm telling you, America is probably the only country you got to worry about that. But going all over the world, let me tell you, in every country, what group of scammers there is. And I'm legitimate. But also, in every country, they got the nightlife and stuff on Smash. Nigerians then set up shop in every country that you can imagine. And on that note, after the break, we are going to get into Porsha and Simon Guobadia, the trilogy. All right, so we're going to pay some bills, watch some commercials, and then we're going to get back into some more topics.
Daughter has accused you of the most heinous thing. She said that you her for 10 years.
My body gave him a reaction that I didn't want.
My daughter said, Dad, if you didn't do it, you need to go on the show. You need to do an interview.
My father wasn't the only person that was touching me.
Brandon Freeman, your sister has waged war against your dad. And you as well, too.
My 2 older brothers was as well.
You've been around for about 20 years. You've been in Chantel's life. You know her very well.
She watched him beat my ass.
I was raised to, if you know something's wrong, say something.
You were featured on Breakbeat Media's channel, and you detailed abuse that happened to you from age 5 to 15 years old. And this alleged abuse took place by not only your mom, but your dad and your 2 brothers.
It's very important for me to tell my story to bring awareness to the Black community.
21 years old, after having a baby, right? My dad is not circumcised. He has meat everywhere. Your dad goes off to the side. The police make him pull down his pants. That man is fully circumcised. How is it that you, if this man allegedly took your virginity, you have been sucking his dick since you was 5, you have been in and out of his house your entire childhood, how is it that you don't know the difference between what a circumcised man is and what an uncircumcised man is?
When he saw that my hymen wasn't no longer attached, my father started to have full-blown sex with me.
You say I was sleeping with all these women. In her video, she said I had all these women, but she wasn't lying. Plenty. 15, 20 at all times. So I was risking her life. So I'm sleeping with them women, then I'm running up in her room. Then why would I be asking you if you're a virgin?
I don't remember when I lost my virginity. I don't know. I don't know if it was one of my brothers. I don't know if it was my dad. I don't know.
So your mama's saying you lying. Your daddy's saying you lying. Your story and you not being able to remember.
What man is gonna, okay, so how about this? I'm such a liar.
And it's not just a man.
I would pay money myself to take a lie detector test and do whatever.
You'll do a lie detector test?
I swear to God I will. If you want me to do it right now, I do it right now. I swear to God I will.
Can we get a lie detector test down here, please?
Yeah, she done talked to Clarence and you know, Clarence apparently gave her documentation. She told me she want me to do a lie detector test and shit like that. Wait a minute, you
Yeah.
Yes, everybody. So you guys got to see it, Tasha K in full effect. You be sure to catch her next show, April 14th at Baltimore Comedy Factory. Okay, that's April 14th. Doors open at 7 p.m. and you can get those tickets on TashaKOnStage.com. All right, guys. All right, let's get into some more topics. Next on the docket, Ashanti. She's pregnant, or allegedly. But don't think you know for sure because her mama's gonna shut you down, as she just did with a host on a current interview. Avante, what are your thoughts about Ashanti, her pregnancy that's alleged with Nelly, and her mom coming to her defense?
No, mama. You said allegedly, yes, allegedly. But then her mama say it was true, but Ashanti didn't say it yet, so it ain't true. Like, listen, mamas need to just stop like I hear her trying to come to the defense, but in her defense or coming to her defense, she actually let it out the bag. She told us that Ashanti was pregnant, allegedly. Right. I think, kind of, like I think.
I mean, the industry moms, you know, they gonna put on more of a show than the talent between her and Carlisa and Tokyo Tony. You know what I'm saying? Like Mama D, Kiki Palmer, Mama.
Doing too much.
Always more entertaining than the child, honey. DJ Jordan, what are your thoughts on Ashanti's pregnancy and her mother's feelings about it?
You know, there's no such thing as a little bit pregnant, right? So either you're pregnant or you're not. And mom, you know, is probably isn't social media savvy, so she didn't know exactly what to say. But to me, she confirmed it. You know what I mean? Just saying that we haven't put it out there yet. You know what I mean? So, and I'm surprised it's taking this long. You know what I mean? As long as they've been together. You know what I mean? She should have been pregnant 10 years ago, to be quite honest with you. But she pregnant, y'all.
Oh, for sure. I definitely saw the baby bump. I don't know what the mystery and the speculation and all that is, but she probably saw everybody, you know, harass Haley, and she's just gonna be like, all right,
the mama said she is, but but Ashanti didn't confirm. Play the clip. Somebody play the clip.
Congratulations, Ashanti's having a baby, so congratulations, Grandma.
There's been no announcement. It hasn't come out yet, but, you know, until I hear it from Ashanti and them.
Oh, I thought it was public. My bad. Sorry.
No, it is public.
Oh, okay.
Don't get it twisted.
Oh, okay.
But it hasn't been officially announced until it is.
Okay, let's stick to Tina Douglas and the momager.
That's correct.
Honey, everybody want to be controversial, Mama. Just don't say nothing but promote my next project. You know what I'm saying? And you know, Ashanti, we know you're pregnant. We're really, really happy for you. We happy that you spent the block. I'm probably not. I'm not going to take this as a cue to do the same, you know, but, you know, looks good on you. All right. So speaking of geriatric pregnancies, Draya and Jalen. Yeah. Oh, what is that? How Draya got her groove back with Jalen Diggs, honey? Y'all see that over in the corner? That's hilarious. So not only do people like to be pressed over everything that Draya does, but now she done gave us something to talk about. Word on the street. Well, not word on the street. Word from her. First of all, she released the news on International Women's Day just to get dragged by most of the women on the internet. But it's not her choice in man, but it's the age of him. Everybody is in an uproar because her baby daddy to be is the same age as her son. Crazy Robinson is fine as DJ Jordan. What are your thoughts about this?
Man, this is so problematic on so many different levels. I mean, it's smelling like a little bit of being taken advantage of, naivete on his part, you know, and just knowing that every young man's fantasy is to be with an older woman. She trapped him, y'all. She set him up, and he gonna have to pay the price, you know, soon enough.
And what is that price? Elaborate on it. What we assuming here about a good
well, you know, as he matures, he's gonna realize, you know what I mean, the mistake that he made. You know, it's just that he's young and he doesn't yet realize it. But I would say give him about 5 years and he's going to realize the mistake that he made by getting this woman pregnant. I'm not saying that he shouldn't have slept with her because she is a beautiful woman at the end of the day. But nah, pregnant, having a child, raising a child, 22, got the world in front of you and you just jumping off the porch. Nah, way
off the porch. Well, she also, Draya did an interview back in September. And if you're looking at how much she's showing, you know, 1 + 1 = you was pregnant when you was doing the interview. Okay. And basically she already let us know that, first of all, Mint Swim is making a cute coin. It is a legitimate business. It's rolling. Okay. So she's, you know, she's definitely straight, standing on her own 2 feet, but she let us know that she's not looking for no happy home under a house or whatever, you know, and romance and our Americanized, you know, ideas of marriage has nothing to do with her wanting to expand her family. Avante, what are your thoughts about this?
I just don't know what in the Tasha K, Roberta Kelly, surviving Roberta Kelly is going on. I feel like, listen, Draya is a beautiful woman, like DJ said. I've met her, been around her, hung out with her. She's about that life. I get it. But he's 22. Yeah. She's like, for her to even go that route is crazy to me in her position. And you said Mint is doing well, so I don't feel like she should even go after somebody that's not even mentally developed yet. And I'm not saying anything negative about him.
That's because she can develop them, honey. Okay.
I'm just scientifically saying that most men at 22 are not mentally developed yet. So I feel like at her age and her position, she should have waited a little while. If she wanted to expand her horizons and her family, she should have expanded that with somebody her age.
Yeah, I mean, she's older than me, and when I say, I think I was 24 when, or maybe even 22, I'm like, I can't date men under 30. Like, I mean, I really can't. My man is almost pushing 60. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you guys. So, you know, I like my man a little seasoned. But yeah.
Nah, ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with it at all.
I refuse to do the kiddies. Like, I be telling my man, you leave me around somebody under 40, baby, you ain't got to worry about nothing. I mean, 1,000%. Well, anyway, Draya, good for you. Best wishes on your pregnancy. Yes. And, you know, definitely keep hitting those licks. We are very proud of you. So, on the topic of licks that have been hit, Bishop Whitehead. Good old Bishop Whitehead, pastor in Brooklyn. He has just been sentenced to 45 years. 45.
That's a long time.
You know what I'm saying? 4-5, baby. Look at Pastor Gucci bandana. Look at him. Now, I'm not European, and you know, but I got a few nice things, and I'm pretty positive that the legitimate house of Gucci never made that suit. You know, so first of all, I mean, yeah, I think even the way he dresses is a red flag. But I did some research. Apparently, this man has been scamming since scamming has been scamming. He, you know, identifies with his father that allegedly is not even his real father, just to gain sympathy because this man was, you know, slain by the cops, you know, back when he was a baby. You know, there's a lady named Miss Pauline. Now, you know, with her name being Miss Pauline, she's an innocent old lady. He conned Miss Pauline out of $90,000 from her retirement fund. And this is just one of the many licks that he's hit. Conned Miss Pauline out of her $90,000, promising that he invested into a property. The money was missing. He did that to somebody else and then declared bankruptcy. I think he stole $500,000. Now this person took him to court and he was able to regain $350,000. But the guy has a long history of being outrageous, just like R. Kelly. You know how sometimes with some people you're just like, oh, you know, like I don't know if they're guilty or innocent, but you watch their behavior. Like regardless of if they're guilty or not, they do need to be confined somewhere.
Oh, wait, Ashley.
There's somebody you gotta stop.
Ashley, I got a question. You needed the feds to tell you that this boy was a fraud. You can look at him and tell that he was a fraud. Miss Pauline should have known that he was a fraud. Them dudes that ran up in his church and robbed him, they wasn't actually robbing him. They was probably trying to get their money back from when he took their money. So it was kind of like getting my money back at any means necessary. It just happened on camera on Sunday. That's it. But I don't understand why nobody knew he was a fraud.
Yeah, I mean, it's very easy to tell, especially with all of his, you know, various designer print suits. I think I've seen him in original Fendi ensemble. And my favorite one, he was wearing original Dior during the sermon where he yoked up a woman in the middle of church. I didn't even realize this was the same guy. I'm talking about he snatched her by her braids, and it was crazy. I'm just like, oh, this man should have been locked up, you know? So, with all due respect, good riddance. The church is a place of worship. We are supposed to feel safe in such an establishment. And how dare you parade around in the name of the Lord, carrying on the way you do? So, sayonara,
goodbye,
Bishop Whitehead.
Wow, that's a lot of time.
It is.
Yes,
45 though, it's a lot.
Yes,
that was a lot.
He has conned at least 45 people. Like, this guy is literally out. I really dug into the history of this guy. He's been in it for a long time. Like I said, I really hate to see any black man get incarcerated, but this is somebody that has no problem ruining your life for his own financial gain. And I guarantee you that this is somebody, if you don't stop him, he's going to clear out everybody in his path. So like I said, usually they get it wrong, but finally they got this one right. Thank you for sending his ass to jail, child. Well, in the name of fraudulent people. Simon go fraud you. First of all, we done found out that Gobadia might not even be Buddy's last name, according to our good girlfriend Claudia Jordan. The saga continues. It's way more antics on Simon's side than Porsha. She's laying pretty and silent. The only thing she actually said, did address the whole thing, is this: she didn't say Simon, because she could be talking about anybody. My money is she's talking about Simon. She said, honey, if you keep telling your lies, I'm going to start telling my truth. And then what your boy Simon do? He followed up with what I call more cap. Buddy posted last night. He said that he was traveling with Jeezy.
Wait, who, Jesus or Jesus? Because you know there's a Jesus.
Jeezy, the snowman, honey.
No, okay.
Oh, Jeezy. I thought you said Jesus.
Yes, honey. I'm gonna ask one of you guys' opinions, but I do hope that we can come up with the clip of Simon in the club with Jeezy, honey, because that was just yeah. But so, DJ Jordan, are you privy to this whole saga, and what are your thoughts on it?
I know a little bit about this story, but it just comes across to me as, she didn't do, meaning Porsha, she didn't do her due diligence as in regards to dude. I mean, when you with somebody that's got a history of scamming, you gotta cross every T and dot every I just to make sure you are going into relationship with the authentic person. Like, come on, you can't just be, flash and lights and notoriety and fame and all that comes with it. Nah, that's the dude should have been vetted a lot better. That's on her to me. He is who he is, and he gonna be who he gonna be, whether he's in society or he behind the wall.
Avante, what are your thoughts on this continuous treacherous saga that's getting messy about the day?
Well, I don't know. I mean, Simon's from Nigeria, them Yahoo boys, and he's about the age of them Yahoo boys. So he grew up with the Yahoo boys. Y'all go Google it. But I think she said that Claudia said that allegedly Simon's last name isn't his last name, but first of all, he African. They got about 50 names. So Simon ain't his first name either. So you should have knew by then. If an African coming to you saying that his name is Simon, you knew what you was doing, Porsha. I'm sorry you went into that lady's house. You flirted with her husband. You paraded her husband around, and now you mad?
Walk around and mansion looking thicker than a nigga, boy. I would have did it too, Simon. I don't blame you, my boy.
Yeah, Simon just was doing what Simon was supposed to do.
Yeah,
be Nigerian.
I mean, between him and I don't want. I know some awesome stand-up Nigerians.
I'm not saying that he ain't. Don't do that.
But at the end of the day, it's not. You just gotta call stuff for what it is. Just like We can talk about Nigeria, but also in America, the home of credit card fraud is Atlanta and Baltimore. Tasha, you be safe out there. You know what I'm saying? So just like we're not gonna don't Tasha, watch your credit card, your PIN number and stuff when you out there. I mean, it is what it is. And you know what? The one thing I love about my Baltimore people that's probably watching, they probably like, yeah, they right, yeah, we do be swiping like hell. You know what I'm saying? It's so funny though. We can always find the fraud in the craziest places. For me, when I knew that there was some type of cap going on with this scenario, it was the craziest thing for me, which I know nobody else detected. So me, I'm a gardener, right? I grow a lot of stuff, including lemons, right? Everything that I grow, not only do I have all the tools necessary to grow them, I got everything necessary to harvest everything that I grow. So I'm just watching this video of them in their Costa Rican rental, and they are, alleging that they are making homemade lemonade from the lemon trees on their property that they own, that Simon owns and Porsha has inherited through this marriage. Everybody's going up, oh my God, this is what wealth looks like. This is looking amazing. Yes, you better make that lemonade from your own orchard. And so I'm watching the video, and they get to the lemon tree, and it's time to pick the lemons. And then I see Simon take off his Jesus sandal.
Jesus or Jesus?
And he started hitting the lemon with the shoe to get it down. And I was like, well, what man own a property with a lemon orchard and don't have no type of picker or a step stool or something to get the lemon down? And when I saw that, as somebody who grows lemons, I knew it was some cap going on there. So I did. It was the lemons that gave it away for me, baby.
That's some good investigative journalism right there.
Hey,
I have a question. So I know that there was on TikTok, who the F did I marry? Do you feel like Porsha is going through that whole feeling of who the F did I marry? I mean, she literally was happy yesterday and getting a divorce today. Something ain't clean about that lemonade. That lemonade is a little sour.
The fraud lemonade. Let me tell you something. Not only do I think that she can relate to it, because of the timing of the release of this TikTok series and Porsha filing for divorce, I would go so far as to say she started watching this TikTok series and started pondering her own life and was like, now wait a minute. And I really do think that this series was low-key a catalyst in her doing what she needed to do. I really do.
That divorce seemed to come pretty quick after the announcement that, he wasn't going to get his papers and all that due to the previous scamming. She announced that pretty quick. I think within 48 hours, it was already out there that she was leaving.
Well, I think she announced it when she was signing that contract for Real Housewives of Atlanta. She knew that them girls was about to eat her up. So she tried to get in front of the story, from my opinion, allegedly. I feel like she was just trying to get in front of the story. She knew something wasn't right. Listen, she knew Simon wasn't on the up and up. She'd been around him. She's seen him do business. You cannot tell me she didn't know something. So she just knew she was about to sign that deal. He wasn't getting his papers. And they was about Kenya. I don't know if Kenya's on it this season. I haven't watched it in a while. But they about to eat her alive for stealing that woman's husband. Well, she ain't steal him because she'll be in jail because thievery is illegal. For taking that woman's husband, parading him around with smiles and giggles.
Right.
And then now you find out that he wanted his papers, can't get them. And his last name is not Gumba, whatever. So I think it's more of her trying to get in front of a story that she knew was going to come out when she entered into the Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Yeah, I really just hope they're not warming up his cell next to our good old Bishop Whitehead,
He going back to Africa. He ain't going to be Bishop. He going back to Africa. What they can't do? They can't keep him here.
Yeah.
He ain't a citizen yet. So he'll be back in Africa.
You think the deportation is a thing? You think it's gonna stick, but he get deported out of here?
Well, he can use TikTok Get back over.
I'm about to tell everybody. Everybody give it up.
You say he's gonna end up on the board.
Just get a TikTok, Simon. Just get a TikTok. You'll be back in no time.
Y'all are amazing. So on that note, we're gonna go into some more commercials. Please keep in mind that April 14th, the next stop on Tasha K's tour is Baltimore, Maryland. Again, Baltimore Comedy Factory. Doors open at 7. Tickets are available at TashaKOnStage.com. All right, let's get into these commercials and we'll be back with some more topics.
Daughter has accused you of the most heinous thing. She said that you her for 10 years.
My body gave him a reaction that I didn't want.
My daughter said, Dad, if you didn't do it, you need to go on the show. You need to do an interview.
My father wasn't the only person that was touching me.
Brandon Freeman, your sister has waged war against your dad. And you as well, too.
My 2 older brothers was as well.
You've been around for about 20 years. You've been in Chantel's life. You know her very well.
You watched him beat my ass.
I was raised to, if you know something's wrong, say something.
You were featured on Breakbeat Media's channel and you detailed abuse that happened to you from age 5 to 15 years old. And this alleged abuse took place by not only your mom, but your dad and your 2 brothers.
It's very important for me to tell my story to bring awareness to the Black community.
21 years old after having a baby, right? My dad is not circumcised. He has meat everywhere. Your dad goes off to the side. The police make him pull down his pants. That man is fully circumcised. How is it that you, if this man allegedly took your virginity, you have been sucking his dick since you was 5, you have been in and out of his house your entire childhood, how is it that you don't know the difference between what a circumcised man is and what an uncircumcised man is?
When he saw that my hymen wasn't no longer attached, my father started to have full-blown sex with me.
You say I was sleeping with all these women. In her video, she said I had all these women, but she wasn't lying. Plenty. 15, 20 at all times. So I was risking her life. So I'm sleeping with them women, then I'm running up in her room. Then why would I be asking you if you're a virgin?
I don't remember when I lost my virginity. I don't know. I don't know if it was one of my brothers. I don't know if it was my dad. I don't know.
So your mama's saying you lying. Your daddy's saying you lying. Your story and you not being able to remember.
What man is gonna, okay, so how about this? I'm such a liar.
And it's not just a man.
I would pay money myself to take a lot of tests to do whatever.
You'll do a lot of tests?
I swear to God I will. If you want me to do it right now, I do it right now.
Hey,
I swear to God I will.
Can we get a lie detector test down here, please?
Yeah, she done talked to Clarence and you know, Clarence apparently gave her documentation. She told me she want me to do a lie detector test and shit like that.
Wait a minute, you
yeah.
And we're back again. You can catch Tasha K at her next stop on her comedy tour, April 14th, Baltimore Comedy Club in Baltimore, Maryland. Okay, doors open at 7. And you can get those tickets on TashaKOnStage.com. You never know who you're going to see there. You might even see one of us opening up for your girl. So be sure to check her out. Now back to some more topics. You guys. So not only is this topic on the docket, but I find it funny that we are discussing it because it was actually an article that was featured in Essence magazine. The topic at hand was not only do men prefer natural versus BBLs. But there are some that are rumored to have a cantankerous odor. Cantankerous.
They better get some
DJ
olive leaf.
Jordan,
Stank
what
on
are your
ya.
thoughts about the BBL culture?
They better get some olive leaf if they stinking.
Okay, that olive leaf. Y'all go check out DJ Jordan's product, by the way. Tasha's been pushing this olive leaf extract since the beginning. You know, give it up. You got a real mogul sitting in front of you. But since you are the makers of the detox and the clean bodies and the good smelling boxes, baby, would you care to comment on the BBLs and then take it a step further and comment on the smell of them? Apparently,
You know, this the thing. Have women actually asked men what do they like? Because I think there's a lot of assumptions being made by women in regards to BBLs in the first place. You know what I mean? I don't think that. And y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Have y'all had the conversation with men? I know in terms of what do men prefer, whether it's natural or BBL. Because I don't know.
I hear other men saying that when men are asked this question, they hear men say BBL, but I have never heard a man respond like that. I've always heard they have a natural preference. I hate to cut you off, but go ahead, Jordan. I never heard them say they prefer that, especially the kind that sound like that. That shit is crazy.
DJ.
Yes.
DJ. First of all, we can't ask men that kind of question because men ain't gonna tell the truth with that kind of question.
Okay.
So the problem with men is they might say natural, but then they get with the BBLs. So we're not asking y'all. We're just looking at y'all actions and realizing that sometimes you don't appreciate a natural woman. You seen Tasha with all her natural beauty shut down a whole comedy club.
First of all, Tasha poking in the back quiet as is kept. That's the one thing I ain't talking about. I was poking back.
No,
okay?
no, we're just talking about natural. I'm not talking about the aspects of it. I'm just talking about being natural and being BBL. But so when we hear women, because I'm all natural too, baby. So I'm with the natural girls. Well, most of me is natural. But what I'm saying is we can ask y'all all day, DJ, but do you guys tell the truth? Most of the time your actions don't actually line up with your words most of the time. That's why
I love this conversation because don't misconstrue the fact that a man will sleep with a woman with a BBL and take that to mean that that's his preference. Men sleep with all types of women. Men sleep with skinny women with fat women, overweight women, tall women, short women. Men sleep with women, period. But at the end of the day, when we're talking about what that man prefers or what most men prefer a natural body. Because and the reason why most men prefer a natural body is because at the end of the day, that man knows that woman has enhanced herself unnaturally. And so he, if they're in a relationship or if they're just casually dating, whatever, he knows in the back of his mind that, she went and had surgery. Now, is that going to stop him from sleeping with her? No. But truth be told, a man prefers a natural body, you know what I mean, over a BBL. If they're actually shaped the same, if she goes to the gym, what have you, he will prefer a natural body over a BBL 10 times out of 10, hands down.
What DJ? I heard that. First of all, let's get something clear. BBL is a specific operation, right? Yes. So there's liposuction that's not a part of the whole BBL, situation. Right. So do you have a problem with enhancing certain things about your body, or do you just have a problem when you over enhance like your assets and, clenching too much of your waist? So is it just the whole operation, or is it just because, I don't find anything wrong with a little tuck here, but I just feel like some of these women are so insecure that they're thinking that you guys want it to be extra large when they need a regular fry. You know what I'm saying? So when people say BBLs, they use BBLs as a broad statement of operation, and that operation of BBL is very specific to what it is to enhance your buttocks, take fat, all of that stuff. So are you okay with the woman being natural, but maybe getting a little help with a little liposuction, a little, you know what I'm saying, a little boobage? Like what?
That doesn't bother most men. You know what I mean? A little, here and there. But I think most men do have a problem with the women that pretty much turn themselves into sexual objects, for lack of a better way to say it. You know what I mean? In terms of just the ass is just ridiculously out of proportion to the legs, you know what I mean? Which is a clear sign that, something is off there. The waist is just unnaturally, contoured in ways that women can't even get in the gym for the most part. So the whole objective, women allowing themselves to be objectified in surgery, that's what men don't want. And again, I'm making a clear distinction from what a man will sleep with and what a man will wife. You know what I mean? And so those women don't get wifed. You know what I mean? Those women get slept and ran through and all that.
And passed.
Right.
Is that the ultimate goal? Because half of the time you wife up the natural, but then you go and have fun and play with the BBL.
Yeah, the BBLs.
The BBL is the side pick of my time.
The BBLs is strictly entertainment. Oftentimes, I agree.
So you will mess up. So I feel like you will prefer BBL. Let me tell you why. Because you will mess up your wife situation to go out and have fun with someone that you say that you only want to lay down with. So you prefer that because you are willing to risk it all.
That same man is going to be doubling back to his wife or his significant other, apologizing profusely for the slip up. But that's what guys oftentimes do. They don't prefer the BBL. Trust you me.
That same man is for the streets. Then if he doubling back,
so we definitely talking about preference. But I still would like to get into the specifics, which was unbeknownst to me, because I don't mess with women, in my 30s. That was young college. But I don't think BBLs were popular when I was in college. So with that being said, unbeknownst to me, apparently there is an odor associated with the BBL, and this is according to Essence and hundreds of TikToks that they were citing. Do we have the clip of the man that was featured in Essence speaking about the odor?
The man.
Do we have that clip? If we don't, that's okay. Do you know anything about an odor, DJ Jordan? Because I don't think me and Avante are equipped to speak on it.
Now, I'm not surprised that a large percentage of the BBLs have an odor because, so many women are getting the asses just so out of proportion to their bodies that can't do nothing but go bad.
They don't know how to upkeep their investment bank.
You know what I mean? They ain't used to even carrying all that, let alone, the maintenance that's required to keep it under control, hygienically. So I'm not surprised that a large percentage of those BBLs have an odor, and that's again a clear indication as to why the man is going to prefer natural.
And I'm led to believe that's not a BBL specific thing. I think there is just a good differentiation. I got a lot of homeboys, and I just think there's a good differentiation between, just women that are blessed and smell amazing, and women who don't. And I feel like women from each of those categories do and go get BBLs. Women from each of those categories have natural big thick booties. Women from both of those categories got a natural little booties. But I want to say something in defense of the BBL community. Are y'all ready for this?
I'm ready.
Now, as you know, I live in LA. I was recently at a party at Drake's house, okay? Let me tell you something. This man, I was trying not to geek out, but honestly, I'm not even into light-skinned men like that. I've been through enough. I prefer a chocolate seasoned man at this point in my life. But I'm at the party, and Drake is the leader of the light-skinned brigade. And so he plopped down right next to me on the couch. I'm telling you, Drake plopped down right here. And let me tell you something. I caught the wind of his undercarriage, and I am happy to report that Drake's BBL smells like Clive Christian and a spritz of Baccarat, everybody. So I mean, all BBLs do not stink because Drake smelled very, very expensive when he plopped down next to me and I caught the winds of his undercarriage. I really do, so it can't be true. You know, Avante, what are your thoughts on all
I
this?
didn't know Drake had a BBL, but okay, I feel you.
That's what Megan said, child. That's what Megan said.
But what I was going to say about the BBLs and the women. So what I think happens when they smell bad is that they don't know how to properly maintain it. So there's a wipeage situation that they're probably not used to. When you're flat back there, it's easy to go from front to back. But when you got a little, it's harder. So they probably can't really, get the wipe right. So they just need a little practice. That's it. They'll be fine. And I feel like hygiene is definitely a per woman situation, per situation. So if they have bad hygiene, or if they smell, or if they have an odor, I don't know if it's the BBL's problem unless they don't know how to wipe. It's probably something more serious than that.
Women with them BBLs, y'all open that ass up when y'all in the shower, please.
Open that ass up.
Open that ass up and stop playing.
Hold on.
Otherwise, the man gonna let you
I have
know.
to put my dog outside.
The man gonna let you know. And all of the fellas that's sleeping with the women with the BBLs, let them know what time it is. Put them on game. Don't let them go out there, smelling crazy. Let them know they gotta, open up that ass and when they in the shower so they can handle their business properly and make it a pleasant experience.
So Jay, I want to call you JD. DJ, have you ever slept with someone with a BBL?
Never. Unbeknownst to most women, like I said, men prefer natural. You know what I'm saying? And for all of the reasons that I said, because we want to have at least the mental knowledge that when she moves around in society, she hasn't, augmented herself, in an unnatural way. So I'm all about women working out, you know what I mean? And contouring put the work in.
Amen.
You know what I mean? It's going to last longer. It's a lot less expensive and it's a lot healthier too in the long run.
That's the part. It's not worth the risk associated.
It's not worth it.
It's really hard trying to bury a loved one knowing that the sake of the funeral is for cosmetic. Avante.
Hey, y'all be going. You went to. They're dying now.
They've been dying.
I mean, they are dying.
At some point, they were put in straight fix or flat for tires, and
I understand that.
Crazy over the sake of.
I wasn't ready for it.
What kills me about that method is like, okay, it looked good, but one thing I know about a man, one thing I know about that keep them outside of some hot food is softness. Don't even matter the size. When they hitting that stuff, they want something soft. If you wondering why you got a BBL and can't keep a man, it's because that man about to break his balls back there trying to have sex with you. It don't feel good.
I have a question.
What's up? I got an answer.
DJ.
Yes.
Do you think
we're pretty long on this topic? Why y'all staying on this topic all day?
Because we got a certain time frame we got to catch on this show, and we was rushing through the first couple topics.
Okay, go ahead.
What I want to say, DJ, is because I'm asking you because you're a man. Do you think that men like women with BBLs because of the insecurity factor in it? Because men prefer women that. Well, I won't say that. Do you think that men like women because of an insecure factor? Because natural women, you have to be very proud of your body to just, work on it, go out, just be natural. BBLs is an easy way out. So sometimes you have a little insecurity trying to make something out of nothing, pretty much. So do you think men like that factor in women with BBLs because they see a little bit of insecurity in that?
I think that's a part of it. Any woman, and it may not be the case. I don't think it's across the board for every woman that's gotten a BBL that she's, dealing with some insecurities. But I would think that a significant percentage of them do have insecurities. Otherwise, why would you go that route in the first place? You know what I'm saying? Because, they do it under the guise of enhancing. Right. Mm-hmm. And so the whole aspect of enhancing is kind of like, an admission that I'm not satisfied with where I am or where my body is. You know what I mean? And I want to do something to kind of help it out a bit, right? And so that in and of itself is part of the admission. But then also, I think a lot of women with the BBLs are okay with being objectified. I'm just being honest with you. And those men pick up on that. They pick up on the fact that she doesn't have, a very high value of herself. She's all in the clubs all the time. You know what I mean? And she will not only have the BBL, but put on clothes that enhances, the appearance of the BBL. You know what I mean? And so guys pick up on that. And like I said, they get slept with, but they don't get wiped.
Yeah. And I also think at some point we are finally removing ourselves from this culture. We're finally tapping into where we're supposed to be, or at least heading there, where health is wealth.
Yes.
Natural is better. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even mean as far as your cosmetic choices, but I also mean with your looks, like Alicia Keys is just going out, hey, this is my skin. We're finally getting there. But at one point, I really do think that the BBLs, the super long nails, the overly big chains, whether they, were big diamonds or cubic zirconia, all of this stuff was a status symbol at one point.
Right.
When you see a comment wars over this thing, they just be like, don't be mad because you can't afford one. And then, every time you see an influx in BBLs, it's because it's tax season. You know what I'm saying? It was a flex at one point,
Right.
But it did get tired. Avante, any closing thoughts on the BBL? By the way, Drake's, yours really does look very convincing. Drake.
I don't have no closing thoughts. Listen, if you love it, if you like it, I love it. I am not sleeping with you, so that ain't got nothing to do with me.
Women, do what make you happy. And if all else fails, figure out who did Bernice's. Figure out who did. Draya has the best BBL.
Go to the right doctor.
Okay,
Yeah,
it's level to this is standard. So if you gotta go do it, please. Let me tell you something. With anything, when you meet a woman that can't cook, when you meet a woman with bad surgery, it's all indicative of one thing. They're not a girl's girl. Because when you're a girl's girl, you talk amongst each other and you share things and you find out the best of the best. People that's walking around with bad surgeries, people that can't cook and stuff, it's because you're rude and you ain't got no girlfriends. That's why you're making these bad decisions in the first place. So if you really want to differentiate between who's kind, who got friends, who's a little normal, and who just be on themselves making bad decisions and just spiraling out of control, look at some of the work. That'll tell you everything you know. You can take that tidbit with you, DJ Jordan.
That's good. I like it. I'm with it. I see where you went there.
It makes sense to me.
Makes sense to me too.
Bernice and her daughter both got amazing BBL. Mm-hmm. They talking, they share it. You know what I'm saying? Lil' Kim, we love her. She not really a girl's girl, and
it shows.
Saw where that went. Moving right along. Okay. So, speaking of women without BBLs, Jenny West, Linda Rambis, the owner of the Lakers, and her friend was caught to what looks like the public eye, cuddling up courtside with LeBron James, making a King James goat sandwich. DJ Jordan, what are your thoughts on this?
That's some bullshit. Mm-hmm. LeBron should have shut that down immediatally. You know what I mean? That's something you don't do. You know what I mean? Not only as as a married man, but that again, that goes back to to me, white people feeling like they can do any and everything to black people. You know what I mean? I know black women have dealt with the fact that you be in the grocery store and a white woman to just walk up and put her hands in your hair. You know what I mean? Saying that it's beautiful. Like that's kind of how that comes across to me. He's sitting there and they just feel like because he's sitting next to him they could just violate his space, and that's nah. I never agree.
Baby, now I know mine, Rita, but the body language wasn't given. He was feeling violated.
That's what I'm about to say, Ashley. Listen, LeBron was tired of waiting for winter. He wanted to snuggle with some snow bunnies. LeBron is known to allegedly to snuggle with some snow bunnies. So let's not make it seem like he was.
I know not. LeBron ain't going out like that.
Okay.
Not King James.
Okay. You ain't been in the club in LA, but that's fine. I get it.
So allegedly to snuggle with the snow bunnies. Are we handling LeBron James? Or are we handling Latrell on white chicks? Making my way downtown.
But I do feel like white women do feel that they can do certain things. Because trust me, if it was me, even if I looked at LeBron too long, they'd be like, there she go, trying to look at somebody's husband.
Right.
So I get it where they get away with certain things like that. But we wouldn't be able, like if it was two black girls doing that.
I definitely ran that scenario through my head.
A scandal.
Of
It
course.
will be a problem. I don't care who they are or where they came from. So I feel like the double standards when it comes to that type of situation is the problem. But the key is them two snow bunnies might be the real threat, not threat. Because
now keep in mind, now one is the owner of the team.
Who cares? I don't care if you think they don't cheat. Like what?
That's even more reason.
That's
for
what I'm saying. She owns the team, so she feels like she can have whatever.
You wouldn't let your man do a little something strange for NBA change.
He already got the change.
First of all, if anybody know my history, we not gonna go there, okay? So I'm not saying I wouldn't let my man do it or I would let my man do it. I'm saying that the fact that they feel comfortable enough to do it, in public, and smile. He didn't look uncomfortable. He was actually
definitely was worse than the video. The freeze frame looked like that. You know, the video was a lot less. Controversial to me.
Let me give you the difference. See, if that was two black women sitting next to him, the most they would have did in my mind was took out their phones and took a selfie with. That was it. You know what I mean? I don't think it would have been all this touchy-feely stuff. You know, that black woman putting her head on his shoulder and the other one grabbing his arm like that. That came across as like some, look, she holding her chest. Nah.
While we can we pull the picture back up? I want to play one more game with you guys. I want to play. What do you think LeBron James was saying to the white women at this point with his glasses on, looking cool courtside like Jack Nicholson? What was he saying to these snow bunnies? DJ Jordan.
First of all, LeBron is very comfortable in these pictures. He doesn't look uncomfortable. He's actually leaning in onto the snow bunnies. But the thing I was going to say to DJ is, what black women you know? Because my friends, they is not just trying to take no picture with no LeBron James. So I don't know what black girls you know. You know some very conservative black women. the black girls that I know, they gonna take that shot. I don't know who you think.
Now, I think given the fact that everybody knows that LeBron has a wife at home, you know what I mean? I don't think
Savannah.
I respect the sisterhood enough to think that they would have, you know what I mean, held it all together. They probably talked about it afterwards, but I don't think no black woman would have just violated him like that.
I'm sorry. You just don't know my past.
I'm gonna be honest with you. With
would you say let me at him?
With this type of thing, especially knowing that these are the owners of the team, this one of them things, especially like I said, the freeze frame looks a lot worse Then the moving video was only a second, but it looked like a embrace that lasted for 10 minutes. Let the picture tell it. But
And
it's
then you got,
given. I know that these are his colleagues. I'm talking about as the wife and the husband once they take it to the house. And it's
well,
given.
my
I
thing
know
is,
that.
why would they even act like that? Because they're around LeBron all the time, so there's no reason. If you're the owner of the team, you see dude all the time. Like,
Well, hold on now.
what's the big
Let me
deal
tell you what
for
I
that?
think LeBron's. You know what we're really seeing here now. I think we are seeing now. Savannah know that these are his colleagues. Okay, but at the end of the day, I'm not threatening my house. But now, especially as a black woman, one thing we don't play about: don't publicly embarrass me. Cause now this picture going around, floating everywhere, and you got me looking crazy. So now, even though I know it's not a threat, but you'd embarrass me, I have to throw a fake temper tantrum and fake pout around the house, and then you gonna want me to talk to you because you're gonna, want me to cuddle with you and stuff tonight. So now you're gonna have to do something to make me feel better, even though my pouting is fake anyway. But I know that I'm a pout. You're gonna go get me the Birkin, and even though it's annoying to me as your husband, I'm actually gonna go with this because while you're paying attention over here to some old white ladies that I know I don't want to have sex with, you're not paying attention to who I do want to have sex with. It's giving top tier diversion, top
At this
tier
point,
distraction.
Ashley, at this point, Savannah knows these hoes ain't loyal and these married men ain't loyal. Savannah knows what she's dealing with.
No,
She's been
black
dealing
men
with.
don't cheat.
Okay, okay, they don't. They don't. They don't. So they don't. So Savannah's been dealing with this for a long time. She knows her position and she plays it the best. She is the GOAT. She is the MVP because she knows how to handle those situations and she has handled those situations. She also knows what her man likes. And I'm not saying that he don't like, see, this is where we go wrong. We think, they snow bunnies, they this and they that. Those be the main ones that they do their thing with. So we got to be careful when we thinking looks and he wouldn't because she's the owner's, first of all, isn't that sexual harassment? That
Now we got to call HR in here.
you know what I'm saying? That we got to call HR. So it's all wrong all around. And the fact that they showcased it, like, come on now. They knew what they was doing.
It wasn't that bad, but again, just boundaries.
It was bad.
Trying to sustain a relationship are very important,
Absolutely.
and just have some respect. Again, especially just public when you don't give the media anything to run with and make a mockery of me and mine. Just please, with all due respect. Any closing thoughts as a man on if the people are tripping? If this is nothing, Mr. DJ Jordan.
Nah, I think that, like I said, they just got a little too comfortable. You know what I mean? And he should have set them boundaries and got the hell up out of there ASAP.
His fault.
I
blame LeBron.
Well, I can't lie. I mean, nobody makes close to $1 billion and don't end up in a snow bunny sandwich every now and then. And also, honestly, if I could put words to the picture, she was like, "Oh, look at you, my little money maker, you." Like, I think that's what was going on. Look at you. Oh my God, you brought me my little money maker, Mr. Millions himself. I almost like that's her baby. And if LeBron brought me this many championships and that much money, I might slip up and be like, "Oh my God, I love you. My life is just so much better that you're here." I definitely think we kind of overreacted. You know how we as a society like to take things and drag it. But at the end of the day, please have some respect if you want to sustain.
That makes you feel good. I'm with it. If that's how you want it.
Don't touch my man.
If that's how you feel, I'm with it. Go ahead. Yeah, okay, Bronny Brown. I ain't even mad.
Well, you guys, today has been so much fun. I know that, Avante, you got some things coming up, DJ Jordan. You got few businesses popping off. DJ Jordan, you want to tell the people where they can find you and what you got coming up?
Absolutely. If you or your family member is dealing with high blood pressure, diabetes, cholesterol, have them check out shopmyoliveleaf.com, shopmyoliveleaf.com. I also have a podcast called Relax and Take Notes Podcast. It's on YouTube. Check us out. We've got some phenomenal episodes already going. It's about a month and a half in, and we're gaining good traction. But again, you or your family members dealing with high blood pressure, cholesterol, or diabetes, shopmyoliveleaf.com or give us a call at 678-554-5754.
That is amazing. And I mean, I'm really just not even just happy and proud of you, but honored to be sitting with not just a Black person, but a Black man that is hip to the importance of not just health, but holistic healing. It is a game changer. And there are things that God put on this earth that can heal us from anything that medication can't even take care of. I've seen it with my own eyes, and starting with that olive leaf extract, guys. So please go check it out. Thank you for giving that to us, brother. We really appreciate you with the clear skin of it all. Okay. Mr. Vontae Wright, can you tell the people where they can find you and what you got coming up?
Well, I have a lot of things coming up, but where you can find out what's coming up is just go to all of my social medias. It's Avante Wright on YouTube, Avante Wright TV. So just go stay in tune with me on social media and you'll find everything that's coming up. Avante Wright is the name. I ain't scared of nobody, so I use my government. So there you go.
I love that. You've been more than a pleasure. We're in the LA area. We will definitely hook up after this and go have a great time. As far as me, I am the Ashley, okay? Not to be mistaken with the thousands of others Ashleys that you know. I'm the Ashley. You can catch me on Instagram and Cash App only. And I am the Ashley. That's how I maintain my peace. You know what I'm saying? I am comedian Ashley Burgess, the actress. I do my own stunts. On March 26th, Funny Taco Tuesday, okay? That's me right there, okay? These are all my friends, and we have a show in Encino at El Mariachi. We have had such presences like Earthquake, Antoine Fuqua, Bentley Evans, Martin Lawrence graced our room multiple times. We are the best kept secret in comedy. We are the last Tuesday of every month. Again, Funny Taco Tuesday at El Mariachi in Encino. You can get your tickets on KennyWackPresents.eventbrite.com, baby. Okay, and I'll see you there. If you're coming in the name of Tasha K and Wine is the New Tea, come find me in there. And it's going to be a shot of tequila on me. They got the best food and strongest margaritas north of the border, baby. Okay, check me out on all socials. And last but not least, again, I can't reiterate it enough. In the name of comedy, Tasha's out here blazing, changing the game. If you really want to see somebody that's funny, you can't say you into comedy and you don't respect who's funny. And name one woman that's funnier than Tasha K. I'll wait. So with that being said, go check out my girl at Baltimore Comedy Factory, April 14th. Doors open at 7 p.m. You can get those tickets on Tasha K Live on stage. And we'll see you on Thursday. Have a good one, everyone.